You are now watching the Skill Films. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Keep watching. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ede Fabian Daniel. I'm also known as Director Smart. And with me here in the studio is
Bisiri Fumelola aka Harry Natural, your co-host for today.
Harry Natural. Welcome to the Skill TV. And on today, we'll be talking on something very important to you and I and so many people around you. And on today's topic, I would like my co-host to tell us what we need to talk about.
On this show, we are talking about my relationship and I.
My relationship and I, that is your relationship and yourself. Now, so many things have been happening in our community today that is maybe because of lack of relationship or one thing or the other, because I believe a relationship is a mutual understanding between two or more people.
Exactly.
I don't know if my co-host has any other way to define relationship. What is relationship in your own view?
In my own view and my own term, relationship is a way where two or more people stay connected to each other.
Where two or more people stay connected to each other. That's a very wonderful one. Now, how do you get connected in a relationship? Do you know that smiling can bring about a relationship?
Of course, yes.
Do you know that the way you walk, the clothes you wear, the way you appear can bring a relationship?
Yes.
Now, so many of us think a relationship is when you come and ask a guy out, baby, can you be my girlfriend or something? There must be something that has already created the relationship before the asking out.
Yes.
So what is that thing that brings the relationship before it comes to meeting and talking? It might be something you just wear. I might see a wristwatch in your hand and I'll say, wow, I like the wristwatch. And from there, hello, how did you get that wristwatch? The person now tell me, I got it to a place. From there, I would like to know the place you get it. That is how a relationship can be built.
Yes.
Just by one thing in the person's body. So let's not go far away from the topic. I would like my co-host here to tell us more things she knows about relationship. Maybe at the course of this study, we might talk one or two types of relationship, and we'll have many other things to give to you. Remember, this is the Skill TV. Welcome. So, Harry Natural, what kind of relationship do we have? Do we have many, like 1, 2? How many can you tell us?
Well, basically, we have 8 types of relationship, and we will be talking about 2 today.
8 type of relationship.
Yes.
And just 2 for today.
Yes.
So please make sure you stay tuned to this channel. Okay.
The first type of relationship we have is agape relationship, which we all know as agape love.
Okay, agape relationship. I was thinking we only have agape love because right from primary school they tell us agape love. So I don't know they actually have agape relationship.
Yes, we do.
Okay, our co-host is telling us that there is an agape relationship. So what is agape relationship?
Agape relationship is also known as unconditional love. Love you have for anybody, brother, sister, friends, colleagues, even stranger, even to your pets, the animals you have in your home, even the one in zoos, depending on the kind of the one you want. You understand? Agape love is what you have for everybody.
That can be very, 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 very somehow. I don't know how to put it, but how can you say agape love also consists of the love you have with your pet?
Yes, because it's unconditional.
Well, that would be for you to answer. I don't know if that is really true for an animal and human being to have a kind of agape love.
Yes.
Okay, please help us to confirm. If you have any questions to ask, please leave a comment on the comment box and we will attend to you. Or we can also give you a number. As time goes on, we're going to have a live show on this. I will put a number across for you to call and ask questions as the show is going on. So, she said agape love is a love between 2 or more people from different backgrounds, both for pets and every other thing.
Yes.
So, what are the other type of relationship?
We also have eros relationship, also known as erotic relationship.
Erotic relationship.
Yes.
I think that is where the bomb is going to be released. Because so many of us have taken relationship to just be on that aspect alone, forgetting that there is agape and there is other mutual relationship. On today, my relationship and I is for us to expose the turns, the ups and downs in our relationship, in our marriage, in boyfriendism and girlfriendism, if there is any word like that. Okay, so Harry, are you in any kind of relationship?
Of course, yes, I am.
She's too bold to say that. We'll get to know. Are you married?
No, I am not.
Okay, I don't want to go further than that. I'm not going to tell you if I'm married or not because I know some of you out there wants to know if I am married. I will get to answer that question later. Okay, Harry Natural. What have you actually experienced that is one of the major cause of, let's say, erotic relationship? Major challenges,
Okay, when we talk of erotic relationship, we mistake it for agape. They are two different things. When you are expecting somebody in erotic relationship to have unconditional love for you, it doesn't work that way. Do you understand? Except if you want to mix the two together, which has another name entirely. Do you understand? When we talk about erotic relationship, it's about a man and a woman. Sometimes now we have gay, we have lesbian, where girls are in love with each other, and it's a romantic love where sex comes in, where smooching, all those things comes in. That's what we talk about erotic relationship.
I think she's becoming more raw, like the smooching and okay. Well, erotic relationship. That means we're actually talking about sexual involvement between two parties.
Yes.
Okay. Now we know we have so many issues that have been affecting our relationship, and on this show we will be telling you so many things that has affected your relationship, and we will also be providing a solution to it. Now, one thing about relationship that we don't understand is the first thing that comes in a relationship or that matters most in a relationship is not love. Do you know?
Yes.
So, what do you think should come first in a relationship?
Relationship.
Yes.
Getting to know each other first.
Okay, now on have you getting to know each other first. But how do we get to know each other?
By creating time, communications, so many things matters.
Okay, now she gets the point number one, which is communication. Without communication, there won't be any relationship.
Of course,
the communication of something you say in that person, your mind, your eyes has communicated towards some particular thing, and when you now open up to speak, is another way of communicating in the oral way.
Yes.
There are feeling communication, there are communication of sense, there are communication of sense,
yes,
and so many other ways. But for us to have a good relationship, there should be an oral communication.
Yes.
I think that is where we are having major challenges in our relationship because we lack communication. So, at the point of communication, what other things do you think is also important aside communication?
Patience and tolerance.
Patience and tolerance, that should be far behind. But at the course of this, relationship is not all about being patient. If there is communication, I think the next thing that should follow is understanding. Okay, when there is a communication between two people, there will be a little way of understanding. Let's say there could be a maximum way of understanding, depending on how they communicate. But if I don't tell you that this thing is a biro and I bought it yesterday, and you saw this biro in my hands, and you start thinking you have seen this biro in another guy's hand before, probably your mindset is, I stole it. But when I tell you that I bought this biro on the market yesterday, you won't have a cause to doubt. You will understand that this biro is bought. So, the communication gap between we and our spouse or our friends is what causes so many challenges, and it brings all about misunderstanding. So, I think you should be able to communicate, and with that communication gap, you will understand more in your relationship. Don't fail to communicate because it brings about understanding. Okay, and Harry, do you think there is any other thing we need to understand at the point of relation? I know they have steps.
Yes.
Steps, like steps by step to understand your relationship. So, what is the third step you think is more important in a relationship?
Okay. The reason why I actually mentioned patience the other time is you getting to know something, and you communicating. You need patience to actually understand. Patience and understanding works together. Without patience, you can't understand what you're not even patient enough to know. Do you understand? So that means that you're meeting somebody for the first time, you just want to jump into that person on bed, without getting to know who the person is. That patient to know who the person is and what you want from that person matters a lot.
Yeah, I think you're making a good point there. So patience and understanding works hand in hand.
Yes.
Okay, now I think the next thing we need to know about a relationship, for a relationship to work out, before the word called love, I repeat, before the word called love, is what? Do you have an idea?
No.
Okay, now before the word called love, the number one will say again is what?
Communication.
And the number two is
Patience.
patience or understanding. She's taking out and she's moving mad. Okay, the number two is patience. And the number three is trust. Now, when there is communication, you understand what the person is communicating to you.
Yes.
You tend to trust that person.
Yes.
Now, if you don't trust somebody, you can't even accept anything called relationship.
Yes.
So, if there is no communication, there is no understanding, there is no trust, you can't even fall in love.
Yes, you can.
So we think that love is the basic of everything. No, love is just in between what we call relationship.
Yes.
And on today, we would want to explore more on things. I know so many of you will have a lot of questions to ask about these we have said. But before we continue, I think we have someone that will be coming here to ascertain to some few questions. So, Harry, I know you brought a special guest for us today.
Yes.
Okay, can you please tell us the name of the person, or should we just...
Okay, we have a special guest here today that will be having a one-on-one conversation with us today, and his name is Mr. Owolewa Oluwagbemini Joshua, aka Prof Simple.
Okay, let's put it up for Prof Simple. Hey, welcome, Mr. Joshua, aka Prof Simple.
Yes. So
Okay,
welcome.
welcome to the Skill TV on My Relationship and Art. He is actually our first guest on this talk show, and we would like to know more about Prof Simple. So, can you please tell us just a little about yourself?
Well, thank you, everybody. Like they said earlier, I am Prof Simple. I'm known by everybody. I'm in my late 20s. And let me just tell you this, because I'm very sure he's going to ask me. Yes, I'm in a relationship. You understand?
No. That's not that. We have not gone to that point.
I know.
Why are you answering the question that you have not been asked?
Because I know we are still going to get.
I think you had a little secret you might have had of.
You said I should tell you little about myself.
Okay,
so I'm already getting to that.
The little is telling us you are bringing yourself out the car. Please, I don't think so. He's trying to be on the defensive side. He don't want you to start attacking him with questions, so he just wants to say yes. I cannot see any ring on his finger.
Don't worry.
Okay, you are welcome, Prof Simple.
Right,
we'll get to know you more.
All right.
But on today, we just want you to share us more light. Just tell us little challenges you have in your relationship. Thank God you are in one. So, what are the kind of challenges? Maybe one or two you have encountered in your relationship.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Dr. Smart. Talking about relationship, to be candid, I've been into several relationships, and I can quite say there are a lot of challenges during these relationships. Well, one of the most challenge I normally encounter in relationship is lack of good communication. That's the first thing, lack of good communication. For the guy and the lady not to, be able to communicate well between themselves. So it's a very big challenge in my own relationship. Let me put it that way, because I'm personalizing this.
Okay.
Another challenge for me in my relationship is, will I call it financial challenge. When I mean financial challenge, what I mean is, who is meant to spend the relationship? Is it me or the lady? Are you getting me? So there's this the way ladies target that. It's always this guy duty to to spend in the relationship, to buy things, to do everything, which I don't actually buy that idea. So let me just stop for that today.
Wow, this is so interesting. So the two issues he has been encountering in his relationship, he said number one is lack of communication, and number two is who is to spend for who. And Harry, I don't know if you have any answer or anything you want to tell him about that.
Okay, I will just go straight to the second question, second point. which you actually talk about who is to spend in a relationship. Yes, we ladies always think that it is the duty of a man to spend in a relationship. It is not so. Both parties are to spend in relationship. It is the work of the two parties to ensure that they get good results in a relationship. Do you understand? So nobody has the right to spend more than the other. It's a duty of the both parties to ensure that they spice up their relationship.
Okay.
Either in terms of finances, in terms of every other thing. You get it?
Wow. Hearing that from a lady, I believe you ladies out there will be able to learn some things. I wouldn't want to say much about it because I know you might have a lot of questions to ask. It is very important that we understand that relationship is not a do or die affair.
Yes.
And I would like to ask so many questions at the course of this thing, and we'll be doing a giveaway as you answer correctly on this channel every day. So it's going to be coming up every 2 days on your screen and on our channel. So please make sure you subscribe to our channel for more information. Prof, you said your number one is lack of communication. Just like I said earlier, communication is the key to every relationship, be it agape, be it erotic, be it whatever relationship it is.
Yes.
If you lack communication, the relationship cannot work.
Yes.
Okay, because when you are communicating is when you pour out your mind to the other person. Now, so many instances of people that died because of lack of communication. It is important that you tell your spouse what is wrong with you at the point where it is wrong with you, because procrastination of it is also a disease that might kill before the result comes out.
Exactly.
Okay, now Mr. Joshua, I think the best thing you need to do is you need to find a pace where you can actually lure your woman to actually confide in you, because I felt so many things that brings that lack of communication is when she feels I can't confide in you, or my secrets are not safe, or my emotions are not safe. It is a question of how you react to her. Okay, if you are a kind of person who is transparent, that she sees through you, I don't think she will lack that communication. If you're a kind of person that give a listening ear to your spouse, I don't think she will lack the communication. But we know we have so many egos that if a lady wants to confront you and say, I saw you with that girl yesterday, instead of you to say, which girl are you talking about? Oh, you mean, she's just a friend. The first thing the person will say, so I shouldn't be with any girl? Is that what you're trying to say? Now that ego alone has actually shown her off that next time when she sees you with another girl, she won't communicate, she will react, which will sour the relationship.
Yes.
Sure.
So you need to give a listening ear to your partner. It's in both ways. Hello, it's not just for the guys alone,
Yes.
it's also for the ladies.
Yeah.
So if there is no communication, if there's no listening ear to you and your partners, definitely your relationship cannot work. So you need to understand yourself. You need to put yourself in her state. Sometimes, even if you are angry and she's talking, don't react. Allow her to finish, because I believe ladies want to air everything in their mind before you can even interrupt. The moment she's talking and you cut her off, she became angry. So I think in so many marriages, in so many relationships, when the girl is trying to complain, the guy always wants to cut them short, and female don't like that. As well as the guys too, when they are talking, please, you should be calm enough to understand that men wants to be respected. There are so many things we need to know about relationship. But don't forget, this is still the Skills TV, and on our next, I think we'll still be hosting Mr. Joshua, because we have so many questions, but we don't want to bore you with so many things. We would like you to leave a comment on the comment box. And for now, we are going on a commercial break. When we come back, we continue. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and drop a comment on the Skill TV. I remain your host on My Relationship and I. And here is Harry Natural. We'll come back to meet our guest again on this section. Thank you.